In this tabletop review, I've got one more Strike Industries product, another new product I just came across. This is their tactical sling catch. According to Strike Industries, this was designed with the input of Special Force Group operators to eliminate a problem that nearly all weapon slings share. This is the chafing of the neck from the webbing material used in the construction of the sling. According to Strike Industries, while some slings are less abrasive than others, such as tubular webbing and softer material than thicker canvas materials, all of them will cause irritation and chafing over a short period of time. This known issue is magnified when wearing any sort of body armor or outer tactical vest. The tactical sling catch addresses the issue by keeping the webbing material away from the operator's neck. It is attached and secured to the shoulder pad strap of the vest by means of a heavy-duty velcro strap. The low-profile design allows quick don and doff of the weapon sling while being virtually snag-free while moving through heavy brush. So the retail on this particular product is about $16. It's made from a reinforced PX polymer. That's about all I know. Ships in this little box right here. And have already taken a look at this. It ships with this and some instructions. Now, I did find the instructions here just a tad bit unclear. They chose really not to use actual pictures. They chose to use some diagrams, and it wasn't quite as clear as it could have been. So this could definitely use just a smidgen of work. I actually did a test fit of this, and I did it wrong. And I watched a video on Strike's website done by the person who either created this or helped to create it. And that particular video detailed a installation that was different than how I did it, so I realized I was doing it incorrectly. Okay, so the device ships with this and 2 pieces of velcro. And the way this is designed is the velcro is designed to go through these, wrap around your vest and secure into place. So this is a stop that's going to keep this from, if your sling is pulling this way, this will keep it from moving on your shoulder. It also has some plastic spikes in here that's also supposed to help it from moving back and forth on your vest. Now, there is 2 holes right here. One is fully drilled through, the other one is only partially drilled through. These weren't readily apparent to me what they were for. The video I watched by the inventor of this product mentioned that you could put screws through these holes through your tactical vest and screw this into place. Now, it does not include any screws, so I guess that if you had a small bolt and a nut, you might be able to do something like that and make it work if you absolutely needed to. The construction of this, it's just a polymer piece. Nothing real fancy here. And the idea behind how this works is that you would run this piece under the shoulder support of your vest. This would go over the top, and I believe the intent would be to pull this down like, let's see, pull this down, all right, like this, pull that down, okay. Obviously, I still don't know exactly how this is supposed to go together. I know the instructions mentioned to connect these two pieces together, like so. I do have a vest down here, and I am going to break out the vest, but I figured I'd play around with this a little bit on camera before I'm sure I am doing something absolutely totally wrong here. The instructions, always default back to the instructions. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out my vest, and I'm going to set my vest down here and try and rearrange the camera and see if I can get this installed the way I saw them do it in their video, and we'll go from there. Okay, I have a Blackhawk tactical vest down here. I don't believe that this particular vest is what this item was designed for. I think this was more designed for your armor carrying vests, the OTV type of vests. But we're going to see if I can make this fit. Now, this particular area right here is supposed to grab onto the edge of your vest material and prevent this from moving. Like so. So this would have to be the location that we would put it on this particular vest. So I know this isn't going to be the best demonstration, but this was the only vest I had handy. And if I understand it correctly, we would do something like this with the velcro. Yep, that doesn't appear like that wants to work either. Okay, I think I might have it here. This particular shoulder pad right here is a bit larger because this is a multi-layered shoulder pad because this is an adjustable Blackhawk tactical vest. And I think what I need to do is pull back this piece, get it out of the way, and see if we can manage to do something here. So let's try this once again. Pull this down like so. Put this piece up under here and pull this down. We almost have success. Okay, almost have success. I've connected these two pieces. The instructions say to connect these two together with about 1 inch. In this particular installation, I need a little bit more length, so I'm going to have to shorten that a little bit. keep that in place. And okay, there we go. Now I do believe that that is the correct method for installing this. So we've got this little ledge right here off the edge of our shoulder of our vest. There's no Velcro or anything underneath this, so this is pulled tight, so those little spikes are supposedly going to dig into this and prevent this from moving around. So after a little bit of fiddling around with the Velcro, there we go. Now, I'll just grab a sling right here. So if we were to assume that this was slung over my shoulder, this is basically how this would run right here. So this is going to allow movement of the sling up and down, but it's going to keep the sling away from your neck. And when I run 1-point or 2-point slings like this Magpul MS3 sling, I have experienced exactly what Strike Industries has said. When I run a vest like this and I run this sling, the sling always has a tendency of getting over here and digging into my neck. And as I transition, it rubs against my neck. I know a lot of people will wear scarves around their neck to prevent the chafing from a sling, and of course the scarf will help keep spent rounds from going down your shirt, which is a really good idea because I've had a few rounds go down my shirt and it's not very comfortable. So this is a excellent idea to solve a problem, and I honestly I don't know why no one's ever come up with something like this until now. Now obviously I haven't used this in the field or at a training event or anything like that. This is a tabletop review, so I'm just giving you my opinions of what I think of the product, how well it's constructed, the installation, the instructions, and so on. I am going to use this. Now, I don't normally wear any type of tactical vest when I'm at the range. If I'm doing a training session where I am wearing a vest like this, that's where this is going to get put to the test. So that's probably not going to happen again until next summer. And I'm definitely going to try and get some GoPro video of the next training session that I do, if they'll allow it. And maybe we'll see this in action. So at this point, we know that if you have like a 511 or a Blackhawk type of tactical vest, you can get this to work. Obviously, it was not initially designed for this wide of a shoulder, but it does appear it will work on this. If you have an OTV vest, it would fit probably much better. The construction of this is great. The addition of the spikes as well as the screw holes. I think the designer put a lot of thought into keeping this item in place from moving vertically and moving horizontally. And this does not really want to move around. So I believe the design philosophy put into this is definitely going to work. I'm not so sure about using a bolt to screw this through your tactical vest. I guess if you had a bolt, you wouldn't want to use something with a sharp end on it. If you had like a machine bolt, a small one, obviously you'd probably have to drill this hole out a little bit, and you drilled a hole through your shoulder support of your vest, and ran the bolt through it, tightened down the nut. You're going to have excess bolt material sticking out the back probably. So if you got it in place and you did some measurements, tighten the bolt down, you'd want to take it apart and cut off the excess bolt material, put some Loctite on the bolt, put the bolt through, tighten the nut down, and you would probably be good. I can't imagine really a lot of people doing that for this item, but it's must have been somebody must have put some thought into it to include those holes, and that was mentioned in the Strike Industries video that I looked at. For the money of this, for $16, I think this is a great idea. Could you fabricate something yourself? Yeah, I think you probably could. With a little bit of Velcro and a little bit of ingenuity, you could probably come up with something yourself if you wanted to throw the time at it. But given that this is $16, I don't think it's really worth the time to try and come up with something yourself. So that's the Strike Industries tactical sling catch. I don't have any other talking points on it. I think this is a good buy for the money, and I do believe that it does address a known problem. I know it's a problem I've run into in the past. I always normally wear a scarf or a shima around my neck to keep hot brass out, and also to keep my sling away from my neck. But also on that same note, I also use a lot of single point clip-on slings. And if you've seen my review of the Blackhawk strike sling that clips onto these D-rings, that type of a sling doesn't suffer from the same problem that this sling does, mainly because it clips on here and it hangs down and your rifle's on it. So you don't have a lot of material that's going to wrap around your neck and rub against your neck. Even with a strike sling, imagine if we were just to pretend that was a strike sling and clipped right there, it would still be beneficial. So I might try it with this MS3 sling, and I'll try it with the Blackhawk strike. And hopefully in a future video you'll see me try this out, and I'll report back on my findings.